What's up, everybody? I'm gonna wait for a couple people to get in here. Just put it out that I'm going live, so we'll see if anybody pops in or not. But just gonna go over some Super Bowl bets, Super Bowl LV 55, rocking and rolling. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Kansas City Chiefs, the future goat versus the current goat, Tom Brady. He proved that. I saw a lot of memes come out there, with Tom Brady. It says, "I am the system." You can't really argue with that. The guy went to a different team, totally different thing going on. What's up, Andrew? How you doing, buddy? Um, Tom Brady went to a completely different team, and he's going to get probably the same result. I know the public's huge on Kansas City. I know Kansas City's a favorite. I know the reasons behind Kansas City being the favorite. They do have a defense. When they show up, um, they play well, and they play well in games they need to show up in. And this is a game they need to show up for, so it's going to be interesting. It's also going to be interesting to see if the baby girl wakes up or not. Yeah, Andrew, I kind of like the over two. I might tease it down, put it in a teaser, tease the Buccaneers up to 9 and the over down. But I don't know. I'm going to do a little more digging because if both these defenses show up, if they're fully healthy and ready to go, it could easily go under. So I don't know if you tease the under up or the over down. I think they got the number right out where it's going to end up. So it's going to be interesting to see. I haven't seen what it's at currently, like right now, but 55 and a half. So no games are going to be at 56. I mean, that's crazy um, for me to think about. But I agree, Andrew. Bucks plus 9.5. Definitely, you can't. I mean, you're going to give me Tom Brady in the Super Bowl plus 9.5. You can't go wrong there. You definitely cannot go wrong there, in my opinion. So, yeah, I mean, silly. I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes can, but the Chiefs haven't blown anybody out all year. They've beat people, but they have not covered the entire season. I think I seen it go up to 3.5 once, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! They're not going to cover that." I think this game's going to be within a field goal. I mean, I really don't know how you guys are feeling. What's your guys' favorite prop bets? I see there's 4 people here watching. Let me know what your guys' favorite prop bets are. I like to get sometimes I like to go with crazy ones. Like my favorite one of all time was that they were going to show Robert Kraft more than 3 times during the telecast. I was like, well, that's easy. They're going to show him all the time and talk about him all the time when he was with the Patriots. So that one's going to be interesting. One of my favorites. I'm going to check it right now to see what Clyde Edwards-Helaire is for his rushing yards. Got to get down here into the player props. But if I can find it, here it is. Over under rushing yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 32.5. I really like this number. Um, I think he's going to go over that. Based on he's been hurt and Kansas City doesn't run the ball a lot. Buccaneers are suspect to give up a few rush yards here and there. They do have a very strong rushing defense. Don't get me wrong. He's not going to go crazy, but he's fully healthy. He's going to play the first half. They're going to need to sneak some runs in there, here and there. Mahomes is going to go crazy. He threw for almost 500 yards the first time these guys met. I think both these quarterbacks are going to go off the chains throwing. Using Bet Online for my all my information and stuff. So definitely looking at all that. But you can also use I use Bovada. I get a lot of information off there if I can't find it on Bet Online, but Bet Online is my go-to just because obviously you can use the offshore version and the onshore. You can take your pick, but I don't know why. I mean, sports gambling is not legalized in every state, which to me it's silly. Why are you going to tell somebody what they can and can't do within the same country? It just doesn't make any sense. I know it's all about taxes, and that's all that the world runs on. But that's a whole. Don't even get me started on that tangent. But if any player, let's see, Joe Free, welcome, buddy. How you doing? Let's see if any player, if a head throws football, it cannot be during a touchdown celebration. If a player throws a football into the cannon hole. Oh, That's funny. That's a good one. I didn't see that one, but that's funny. Into the cannon hole. Yeah. I wonder how many times the cannon's going to fire during this. That's going to be interesting. They're going to fire it just randomly. Just Mahomes drops back to pass, and they fire the cannon just to see if it hits the deck or not. Yeah, it's a little home field advantage. There's going to be a crowd down there. My cousin's actually there. He doesn't have tickets to the game, but they're down there partaking in all the stuff. Bucks money line, Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably going to put the Buccaneers in a what do you want to call it? A part teaser up to 9.5, like Andrew stated earlier. I really like that. It's down to 3 right now, so it'll be Bucks plus 9. But if you're going to give me Tom Brady and points in the Super Bowl, I can't not take it. I mean, that's as simple as that. The Seahawks should have beat them, and it's Tom Brady. It's some weird magic voodoo stuff's going to happen. I mean, look at the Packers game. They shouldn't that holding call on the receiver. Yes, it was pass interference technically by rule, and yes, I'm a Packers fan, but there was 5 other instances during that game on both sides of the ball where it wasn't called. So there's going to be a Tom flag somewhere in the game late that's going to make a difference in how the end of this game comes out. I hope that there's not, but I hate games that are decided by a random flag that all of a sudden decides to get thrown. But it is Tom Brady, the Super Bowl. Some weird magic voodoo stuff happens. I mean, the playoffs, we've seen it when he was with the Patriots several times. The kick, the forward pass with the Raiders, the Adam Vinatieri kicking a field goal in the snow that was just the odds were stacked against him. All kinds of weird stuff shows up. So, the Bucks money line, if you're going to hit it light, it's not a terrible idea. What else what else you got, Joe? What else do you like? But I really like the Edwards-Helaire over 32.5 rushing yards. I think he's going to hit that. I think he's going to hit it in the first half. I don't know how much they'll run the ball in the second half. And I know Mahomes, his rushing total is over 22.5. I don't hate that. He's going to have to scramble. I'd like to see, some in-game stuff, but I think that the Buccaneers are going to dial up pressure. They're going to dial up pressure. Mahomes, his leg's kind of hurting, but I think he's going to get, he's going to slide. He's not going to take any hits intentionally. He will slide, but the Bucs are coming after him. They're coming after him. The running lanes will open up and will be there for him. And 22.5, I don't think that's a lot at the end of the day when you're actually looking at things. So that's going to be interesting to me to see how far he can go. But some of these other crazy ones I like. There's let's see, we're going to go game markets. Will any team score 40 points or more? That one I do like. Do I think one of these teams is going to score over 40 points? If you're taking the over, one of these teams is going to score over 40 points. Maybe just my personal opinion. I've seen it so many times. And another one I like is second half versus first half in terms of points scored. There's been some other cappers that have touched on this also, but in the second half of the game, more points are usually scored in the fourth quarter than any other quarter because teams are like, okay, it's go time. We got to go. Defenses are tired. Offenses are getting cracking and rolling. I really wish I had some water. I'm talking a lot. But so I really like that one. And I seen that first score of the game is a touchdown. You almost have to go yes. There's so many big playmakers on both sides of the ball. I don't see the first points being knocked through as a field goal. And it really just, again, goes on that defense. And you got, team to score first. That's a coin flip. There's so many of these out there that are just the public's going to be going with, the public's going to go with the favorite, and they're going to go with who's, where the juice is at, and they're going to lay the juice, and those prop bets are going to go up. But you kind of got to watch that and say, okay, where's the public at, and where should we be at? So a team to score over 40 points. You're dealing with two teams that have very prolific offenses, so the chances that this happens is better than chances that doesn't happen. And at a plus money play, I mean, why not throw some shade at it? And when you're playing props, if you bet crazy on props, that's on you. just take it easy, 10, $20 and call it good. There's some guys out there, their bankrolls are huge, so they can play more. But if I'm looking at my TV, guys, I got the North Carolina Duke game going on right now. North Carolina's thrashing them. It's kind of cool. Joe Free, Edwards Hilaire over 15.5. That's not a bad one. Actually, it's not a terrible idea. They will use him out of the backfield a little bit. They haven't used their running backs as much this season as they have in the past for receiving, but it's the Super Bowl. They're going to dial up players they haven't. I mean, you're going to see a lot of stuff you have not seen from teams just to throw that wrench in there. I mean, you got Bruce Arians, who is a defensive genius and can manage the game. He's going to let Tom Brady manage the offense. He's going to let Tom Brady read the defense and decide what plays they're running, and that's what a smart coach is going to do in that situation. But he's going to have his hands all over the defense, and they're going to be coming up with different schemes. And Andy Reid has been just concocting plays all week. So that'll be interesting. Over 2.5 receptions for Edwards Hilaire. Oh, you got over 1.5 on receptions for Scotty Miller. That's not a bad one. Scotty Miller is going to cause problems for the Chiefs for sure. Devin White interception. Devin White's going to be all over the place. That is a fact. I don't know if he's going to get a pick, but he's definitely going to be all over the place. I think there's going to be interceptions on both sides. I think Tom Brady and Mahomes are going to throw picks. They're both very susceptible to do so, especially under pressure. Tom Brady is not mobile. He's not a mobile quarterback. Is Brown playing? Has that been officially decided? He's going to be a big target for Tom Brady for sure. That hurts Scotty Miller if AB's in there. Scotty Miller definitely stepped up in AB's absence for sure. I like some of the crazy bets. Like when we were watching the draft, one of my bets was how many cats are going to be shown. I lost that one, but they're still fun. Will Tampa Bay score on their first drive? Yes is at plus 104. Minus is at 137. Or no is at minus 137, excuse me. I think Tampa Bay is going to score. Tom Brady's doesn't typically get off to a slow start. They usually have a pretty good game plan and a pretty good idea of what they're going to want to do and execute it. Some of these are just fun. Like, will there be overtime? No, but that's minus 1667. So who's going to take that? I mean, it's silly that some of this is on there, but more first downs, highest scoring first quarter or highest scoring quarter. I would definitely – the fourth quarter is at plus 184 for the highest scoring quarter. That, to me, is a solid play because you're going to see these offenses light up in the fourth quarter. We've seen it all year. We've seen these defenses collapse in the fourth quarter all year. So I really like the fourth quarter to be the highest scoring quarter at plus 184. To me, that's, if trends continue they have all season – that's easy money right there, plus 184. Let's see, Joel Marino. Welcome, Joel. Over 3.5 receptions for AB. Yeah, if he's playing, he's going to have more than 3.5 receptions. Because, I mean, with Godwin, the receivers and weapons that Brady has, Gronkowski, Godwin, the list is huge. It's just like – so the defense has got to focus somewhere. Antonio Brown's just a little guy, but he's going to be open. He's going to get – he's a veteran that knows where to go on the football field, and Tom Brady likes that. Hey, Cabrera, how you been, buddy? Jonathan Cabrera, welcome. I've been good. Little one's here sleeping, so my wife's out on the treadmill, just got it hooked up in the garage, got a new light out there. I wish I could show you guys these lights. I got this new LED light for my garage. It just plugs into a regular light socket, and looks like an airport in my garage now. I got two of them because I had two sockets out there, but I'm only going to put up one. But, man, what a difference it makes. I see all the junk I have in my garage now. It's kind of scary. It's like I need to redo these lights. But, yeah. Let's start looking at some other ones. It's going to be – I love prop bets. They're just so fun, during the Super Bowl when you've got a lot of people are laying off commercials, a lot of companies. So I don't think the commercial game's going to be that strong. But will there be a scoreless quarter? No, minus 165. Duh. there's not going to be a scoreless quarter in this Super Bowl. With these two offenses, I know they got good defenses, but yeah, it's not going to happen. Will Kansas City score on their first drive? I don't know. They don't typically have very good starts, but once they see what's going on, it doesn't take them long. Team to score last wins. Now that one, I really like. The yes is minus 192, as it should be. There's some juice there. Apologize if camera's moving around a little bit. Trying to let the little girl be as comfortable as she can. Sunday drive, Bucks win. I would have to agree. I'm not on the Chiefs at all on any side of things, but what is the color? You're going to say red. Here's a good hint. Check these guys' Twitter, because there's been some people out there. I don't personally have Twitter. I don't have any social media, but there was some people out there last year that sent messages to the players and said, hey, what's your guys' favorite kind of Gatorade? And kind of laughed. And the one guy was like, oh, because we prefer the orange Gatorade. And so they took that, and, that team didn't win, but their Gatorade was orange. So check that, and who you think is going to win, like the Buccaneers. Just see if you can hit up the players and be like, what's your guys' favorite kind of Gatorade? And see. But, Red's popular, but as a sports guy, I can tell you I don't drink the red Gatorade because it kind of hangs out in your system a little bit, kind of makes you feel sticky. But the clear, the ice Gatorade and the blue Gatorade, they're kind of better for performance while you're playing. The red Gatorade's kind of like after the game we'll drink it, but during the game, you kind of want that. And just coming from an athlete's point, that's my personal take. Is everybody I played with, we didn't like the red stuff because it was a little the fructose in it was a little thicker, and the red, whatever the red stuff is they made it red with, was just a little thicker. So, I tend to lean blue or orange. Or the ice Gatorade is really popular, but that's just clear. So it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be a great game to watch. I'm looking forward to it. Are you guys looking forward to watching the game? Like, it's just, I know it's the end of football. It's kind of sad, but for me, it's like the end of football and then baseball season starts. But now baseball season's probably going to be kicked back a little bit, and it's just going to be interesting. I like these race 2 points. I love these in basketball. Sometimes it's just fun. But who's going to score 10 points first? Who's going to score 15 points first? Who's going to score 20 points first? Tampa Bay is plus money on all of them, which boggles my mind because Kansas City, if you look at them all season, they don't get off to a hot start. Tampa Bay, if they're going to score, they're going to score quick. So I like Tampa Bay to score first. Or, not score first. Whoever wins the toss is probably going to score first. But I like Tampa Bay to be the first to 10, first to 15, first to 20. I like Tampa Bay in all them situations. I'm not going to play them all. I'll probably just play the 21. But, Tampa Bay typically gets off to a hot start and then cools off. If you look at that Packers game, they only scored 3 points in the second half. Packers changed their defensive plan. They didn't just let him do whatever he wanted. Weird. But, Kansas City's going to doubt that pressure, but I think Tom Brady and Tampa Bay get off to a hot start. So that's going to be fun to just see. I just love football. It's like the ultimate bingo time. I just got done watching a hockey game online, watching my son play hockey, so that was kind of fun. We're going to go with passing touchdowns. Let's see what we got. Patrick Mahomes over 2.5, minus 167. Yes, please. Tom Brady over 2.5, plus 110. Yes, please. I obviously think that we're going to see points in this, but both of these teams, Tampa Bay has an advantage in rushing yards for sure. Tampa Bay is going to win that battle. Kansas City does not run the ball that much, and Edwards-Helaire, it's 32.5 yards. That's not a lot in the NFL. And I know he's been hurt, but he's had 2 weeks to rest. Kind of, they've had a lot of non-contact practices just to kind of keep everybody fresh. They've had very strict COVID protocols, so I think maybe the players have been eating out a lot, so that might have something to do with it. They might be a little slower at first for Kansas City there, but They were told, no, know this, know that, stay home, don't talk to nobody. If you get COVID, you're not playing in the Super Bowl. Yep, Uber Eats. Uber Eats it is. Uber Eats for the win for Kansas City there. But not a lot of healthy Uber Eats options out there. So, there is that. But I like both these quarterbacks over the passing touchdowns. And if your book allows it, I don't know that, the Bet Online will. But if your book allows any, I think whoever you use, Bovada, MGM, whatever you're doing, if you're going into your local bookie. But, excuse me, passing touchdowns, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, I like them both over 2.5. Tom Brady's at plus money over 2.5. There's a lot of Tom Brady props that surprise me when you're looking at them that they're plus money, and it's like, this is kind of fun. But what's your guys' best bet? Those of you that are watching, what's your favorite prop bet that you're gonna definitely be on? You waking up, baby girl? Apologize if she wakes up and starts screaming. Sometimes she does, but sometimes she just needs to readjust and go back to sleep. Not red, gives you a red mustache. That's right, yeah. Yeah, nobody wants a red mustache on national television. That's funny. You should. Yeah, definitely. Try that social media thing. Just hit up the players, ask them what their favorite kind of Gatorade is. There's no better insight than actually knowing what their Gatorade is. Passing completions. This one's interesting. I'm staying away from that. But over under passing yards. Patrick Mahomes is at 330.5 at minus 114, and Tom Brady's at 299.5. So here's the thing with Tom Brady's passing yards. Everybody's like, oh, it's Tom Brady. He throws a lot, blah, blah, blah. He does throw a lot, but he has 6, 7, 5, 4-yard completions, just a lot of them. The yards don't really add up when Tom Brady's throwing the football. I mean, every once in a while, he bombs the ball deep and hits a home run, but for the most part, there are a lot of short passes. On Kansas City's side, you got playmakers all over the place. Watkins, Hardman, Tyreek Hill. These guys fly. They're home run hitters. Patrick Mahomes has a cannon. He's got one of the strongest, if not the strongest, throwing arm in the NFL. I mean, the guy can throw the ball 70 yards in the air. You get a guy that's faster than somebody else and just say, hey, just go. I'll get you the ball. Just go, and I'll get you the ball. They got that. Patrick Mahomes, 330.5 yards. This isn't going to be a problem for him. I think he goes way over that. I think he approaches 400 in this game. That's why I think this game is going to go over. I think there's going to be an insane amount of passing yards. That's just what there is to it. It's going to be, in my opinion, it's going to be a shootout. The defense, it's in the back of the mind. Yes. Joel, orange. Yeah. Orange is a safe play. When I played, it was blue or ice, which is the clear, I guess. White or clear. But, there was a lot of guys on our team that preferred orange. They liked it. They didn't hate it. And yellow. Orange and yellow were also pretty popular. So that'll be fun. But, yep, orange. He's going orange. He likes orange. But passing yards, so let's see. Head-to-heads, these are always fun. You got Leonard Fournette versus D. Williams. Is D. Williams even going to play? That's my question. I mean, Leonard Fournette's minus 256. Duh. But here's the big question. Is Tampa Bay going to use and feature Leonard Fournette? Or are they going to feature Ronald Jones? I like Jones to have more yards than Fournette, for sure. Fournette does run the ball harder, but Jones is a running back. He's that guy. He's just that guy. And more passing yards, Tom Brady versus Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is minus 204 for a reason. But where things get really interesting is Antonio Brown versus Travis Kelce for passing or receiving yards. That one, I think, is going to be closer than this line is. They got Kelce listed at minus 625. Not so fast. Yeah, Kelsey's going to be featured a lot. Yeah, he's going to get a lot of receiving yards. Antonio Brown could too. Very easily. He could very easily have 5 catches for 32 yards also. So, I mean, it's almost one of those ones you got to stay away from. But I just love how they match these people up, and they'll just match Antonio Brown up with everybody. Pringle, Robinson, Antonio Brown versus Pringle. I mean, come on. Brown versus Watkins. Yeah, that's going to be a tough match. Brown versus Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, duh. But, all these are such, Scotty Miller, they even match him up against everyone. It's so fun to see the hundreds of prop bets that are out there. I'm trying to find who do you guys think is going to score the first touchdown? That's going to be interesting. Who's going to score the first touchdown? Who's getting the ball first? Who wins the coin flips? First half under 27.5, Aaron. First half under 27.5. Wow, that's gutsy. That's a gutsy call right there. Especially with Tom Brady and how their offense gets kicking early. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Aaron thinks the defenses are going to show up for sure. But you know what? I respect that call. Because it's very possible this could be a defensive game. I personally don't see it. But Mike Evans, TD, wow. Yeah, to anytime touchdown, Joe? Is that what we're talking? Anytime touchdown? Field goal is going to be the first score for sure. I can see that happening. I can also see somebody just breaking out and catching the ball and running for 65 yards. If the Chiefs get the ball, the first score is going to be a touchdown. If Buccaneers get the ball, it could be a field goal. Could be a touchdown. They have a problem with when they get down there, they start stalling out. Hi, baby girl. You awake? You see yourself on TV? You're like, what's going on? What's going on there? Field goal. Kelsey or Hill first touchdown. Yeah, if the Chiefs win the toss, yeah, for sure. I don't think it's going to be Edwards-Helaire. That's for sure. But if it's the Buccaneers, it literally could be anybody. It could be Cameron Brate. You don't know. You don't know who it could be. Gronk's got good value, but Mike Evans anytime touchdown plus 100. Yeah, you can't not. Yeah, plus 100. Yeah, you can't not bet that. Let me see what else we got for anytime touchdowns. I like Hill. Hill's going to get a touchdown for sure. But he's let's see. Antonio Brown is plus 200 at 1. Wow, that's going to be hard to pass up. Antonio Brown anytime touchdown plus 200. Ooh, that's going to be really hard to pass up, especially if he's healthy and playing. Godwin plus 110. Godwin's scary. He's at plus 110, but he's not usually a lock. Like if the Packers are playing, Devontae Evans is a lock. He's a lock to get a touchdown. Tyreek Hill probably going to have a touchdown. He's minus 200 at 1. Travis Kelce is minus 200. If you go up to 2 for either of them, you're getting plus 250. But do I think they're going to do that? You know who else is going to be interesting in this game? Let's check out Le'Veon Bell. What is his over-unders for receptions? Let's see. Bell. Le'Veon Bell. I don't see him on the list. Yeah, they don't have Le'Veon Bell on the list for over-under for receptions that I can see. How sad is that? He's going to have something to say about this game before it's over. Gronk TD. I agree. You're not going to have a Tom Brady playing in what could be his last Super Bowl. Can you give me some water?
She's so sleepy.
Yeah, she's been awake a couple times. Wife just came in from the garage. But yeah, that's the question. How is Pat Mahomes' foot? I still think he's going to have lanes to scramble. He's not going to take any hits, so he's not going to be flying off down the field like he usually does. But yeah, I think he'll be just fine come game time. It's a Super Bowl. Here, props to my wife. She got me some water. She's getting a little dry throat there. But yeah, Joe Marino. I think Mahomes is a Super Bowl. I don't think he's going to feel his foot till after the game at least. I think he'll be fine during the game. So see what goes on there. But yeah, Joe Free. I like the Gronk TD. You're not going to have a Super Bowl with Tom Brady and Gronkowski and them not at least attempt to get a touchdown in there. So yeah, Joe, I agree. The Mike Evans touchdown, it's probably a lock as you can get, along with Tyreek Hill. He's going to score a touchdown for sure. It's just, do you want to lay the 200, for him to do so, or do you want to go with 2 touchdowns for him? Clyde Edwards-Helaire plus 150 for a touchdown. I don't see him getting a touchdown unless he breaks one in, because they will use Thompson or Williams once they get close to the goal. Just like the Buccaneers, if they get close to the goal line, they're going to take Ronald Jones out and put Fournette in just because he's a bigger back. So, the Ronald Jones anytime touchdown, I don't hate it. It's at plus 200. So you're going to get your value there. And the Chiefs, they like to just dip right into that playbook and get real sneaky with all this stuff. They're going to come up with some crazy play to, Pringle or some just odd fifth member of their team to score a touchdown on some trick play. I don't see him reaching into the book to get Mahomes a receiving touchdown, but keep in mind, the Chiefs do have a quarterback receiver on their team. Pringle can throw the ball. So there is that bag of tricks that they can dip into kind of. I like fullbacks. Neither one of these teams have a great fullback that I think is going to go over his receptions or get yards or anything. But so most of the time, you got a team that's got a sneaky fullback that's going to get a couple of receptions. Okay. Hi. Hi. We say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. We're live right here. This means everybody's watching us right now. Just say hi, everybody. Yeah, Justin Houck. I don't welcome. HC, what's up, baby? I just seen you in here. Hey, HC Picks, you guys got to go check him out. How you been? Haven't seen you in a while, brother. Yeah, Justin Evans, it's almost a lock. I mean, Evans and Hill. If you can get a parlay with Evans, Hill, and Travis Kelce, that's about as great as a threesome you can have for scoring touchdowns. That's for sure. But if I would say anybody in this game is going to get a touchdown, it's going to be Hill and Travis Kelce and Mike Evans for sure. And then it's just, Gronk. I'm going to go with Gronk because, Brady to Gronk, it's just been a thing forever. It seems like forever anyways. I mean, they've been in the league a long time. So you guys can see them representing the Rip City Trailblazers. Hi. You want some water? You like the water? She likes to play with water bottles. What's everybody looking forward to the most in the Super Bowl? Is it the halftime show? No, not really. We got kicking specials. Opening kickoff to be returned for a touchdown, plus 3,900. That's not going to happen. I don't think either of these teams have even – since the NFL changed the kick return rules, there's not a lot of people that even attempt kick returns. So I don't even think the opening kickoff is going to be attempted to be returned. It's just going to be fair caught, and they're going to take over and call it a day. But, maybe they'll attempt it, but I don't see it happening. Rickett C is probably taking a nap. Cats, they sleep a lot. But if he was here, he'd be right here. He'd be chilling right here. But, he's got a room in the back with a blanket on the bed, and he goes in there. Or he's on the changing table. One of the two. He likes it there, too. He's like, yeah, change my diaper. I'm just going to be laying right here. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday so far. Let's see. To have an interception. We touched on Devin White. Somebody's on there. You got Juan Thornhill, the Honey Badger. It's hard to say who's going to have any interceptions. I mean, if the receivers or the defensive backs are getting away with what they were getting away with in the championship games, then Murphy Bunting is definitely going to have a pick. That's plus 700. But if he can't grab the guy and jump in front of him, he can't get the pick. So it really depends on how they're letting that play out. But if I was going to pick a player to get an interception, it would be Sean Murphy Bunting for sure. HC, you'd trade a life to be a cat, right? They just chill. That's all they do. That's right, Tyler. That's right. Rip City. Yep. We tried to burn it down this year. What's that?
That's what Honey Girl is in Portland. Honey Girl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Portland's a very near and dear city to our hearts. That's where this one was put together. But, yep, great doctors down there. That's what I will say. Some great doctors. HC, how you been doing with your picks? Oh, yep, she's awake. Messing with the hat.
You want your hat, honey?
Let's see. Patrick Mahomes interception, yes, plus 114. Sign me up for that. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, I touched on this earlier in this video. Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady will both throw interceptions in this game. So I like the interceptions, yes, on both sides for sure. Yeah, there's so many props out there. It's hard not to get carried away. But that's why you just go light. So, if you want to throw a couple bucks here and there, you know, what's $20 with 10 bets? You can just take 10 prop bets, just have a little fun. Or if you want, you can get serious about it and take one or two and, take Mike Evans to score a touchdown. I think that's going to be solid gold. Any quarterback to throw over 400 yards, yes, plus 164. Any quarterback to throw over 400 yards, yes. That's going to happen. Any quarterback throw over 450? No, I don't think so. Any player to have 100 rushing yards? No. Over 150 rushing yards? No. Any player to have over 150 receiving yards? That one's plus 100. And the reason that one's plus 100 is you got so many prolific receivers in this game. There's 3 receivers on Kansas City side that could have over 150 yards easy. And there's 3 receivers on Tampa Bay side that could have over 150 yards pretty easy. So I really like that one. Yes. I think it's plus 100. Yeah, plus 100. So that's even money. No reason not to take that for sure. Blazers trapped me this morning versus the Knicks. Yeah. Yeah. HC can't go against the Knicks at home, I don't think. Portland's been playing a lot of basketball and a lot of nights in a row. And I seen did Lillard play? I seen he was questionable this morning. I was looking at the game. I'm just going to put it on my Patreon picks. If you guys haven't already, you should go check out my Patreon, www.patreon.com/RigaPicks. $25 a month to get my picks all month. So, the price is right anyway. It's been killing it over there. 1-1 in the NCAA basketball so far today, but got a hockey play left. And then soccer took care of business for us this morning. But, the Blazers, they've been playing good lately. They surprised me in a couple games. But, this morning they just did not get done. But, yeah, you're right, Tyler. They do need to get healthy. That's for sure. Yep. The same thing happened to them last season. They just didn't get it done. They were hurt all year. Longest pass completion for Tom Brady, over 39.5 yards. Yeah, I think you got to go with that for both players. Just because of the not so much Tom Brady's strength in his arm, it's what Evans and Godwin and all them guys can do after they catch the ball. That's going to be the problem. Tyreek Hill, you can throw him the ball 12 yards, and 76 yards later, he's dancing in the end zone. Or McCole Hardman, because they're so fast. All they have to do is get out in the open and go. The Rockets are scary. It depends on who plays. If Wall plays, they're a solid play. They got rid of their cancer. The Nets now have it. But, Rockets plus 2.5. Solid play. If Wall plays. If Wall doesn't play, the Rockets are a zoo. Simple as that. That's just my opinion, though. So, longest reception for Chris Godwin is 24.5 yards. I like the over on that, too. He's one of their deep threat guys. Any of these guys that are deep threat guys, I like the over just because it's there. Longest reception for Tyreek Hill, 29.5 yards. That's a very solid play. So for Travis Kelce, it's 25.5. That could happen, but he's usually just the guy that shows up with the 8-yard touchdown. He's got a knack for getting open around the goal line. You get these guys within the 10-yard line. You got to almost double team Travis Kelce just so that he doesn't find somewhere to go, because he always finds somewhere to get open, and then Mahomes takes 3 or 4 steps and he's like, oh yeah, there's Travis Kelce right there, because he has been in the league so long, he understands where the defense is going to be. Once the quarterback starts moving and the defense starts moving, Travis Kelce, you can see him actually move against the defense, and then all of a sudden he's just open, like wide open. Nobody's even near him, and he just understands that. But, the big play potential is there with him for sure. But I didn't say any names. I just said he went to the Nets, HC. But, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. Just a zoo. Just a zoo. But, so anyways, yeah. So I think Mike Evans, anytime touchdown, that's going to be good. Does Devin White get a sack? I think he does. He's pretty fast. It's over half a sack, so all he's got to do is get 1 sack. It's plus 129. I like that, for sure. And any sacks on the Buccaneers side, because they're going to bring pressure. They bring the heat. It's what they do. It's how they've done it all year, and I don't think this is going to be any different. So, that being said, guys, I'm going to get off here. Thank you guys for showing up. This is my first live stream ever, so it's been fun. Maybe I'll come on next week. We talk some college basketball or something. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys again for showing up. It's been awesome. And enjoy your day tomorrow. Good luck with all your bets. Have a great Super Bowl, HC. Buddy, I hope some people go over and check you out. Solid stuff over there. So thanks, guys. Have a wonderful day.
What do you want to say, bye?